Welcome back. Good to see you, buddy.
You as well. How are you?
I'm doing well. You look rested. So I want to talk to you about your first year of college. But first, congratulations on going sub 4 as a freshman 18-year-old. You want to tell us about that?
It was pretty cool. It was kind of like a last minute thing. I didn't know I was running the race. Like, oh, I just want to go under 4, but I kind of just wanted to really win it. Yeah.
Yeah, nights like that, you remember the rest of your life.
It's kind of like something you could share with people. People at Weiner were like really supportive and like kind of cheered us on to get under.
How is the coaching different now that you're at Villanova under Marcus O'Sullivan?
The whole thing is kind of staying the same where you're not trying to burn yourself out, or it doesn't matter how you are your freshman year. It doesn't matter how you are your sophomore year. You want to have a future. You want to like progress. The training at Villanova in the fall or in the summer and fall, I was doing like 40 to 50 miles a week. Then all fall, I was doing 55, 60. Leading up into USA's, I was doing like 65, like that whole winter. And then outdoor track, I bumped myself up to 75. And then workout days were anywhere from like 12 to 15 miles, sometimes even 17-mile days. But they were like double workouts. And I think just having that volume there, I mean, in high school, I was running like 35 miles a week. It was just all like kind of quality work. I'm reaping the benefits of starting off at low mileage and then working my way up. I mean, I PR'd by like 6 or 7 seconds in less than a year in a mile. At Villanova, it's more just we're preaching all strength. It doesn't matter how fast you could run for a 200. It matters if you could get to the end of the race.
So are you seeing that increase in volume really pay off at the end of races?
Especially coming from a low mileage background. It's good. I was so underdeveloped in high school. And now I'm starting to develop as I'm like getting older, just getting stronger, growing into my body. It's all just benefiting, like just being a stronger person, a stronger athlete.
Yeah. And so, high school kids might hear this and say, oh, wait, I'm in high school. I should increase my volume now like Marco. What would you say to that?
People are running ridiculous times in high school. You don't want to hit your ceiling too early. You're running 70 miles a week in high school. All right, you get bumped up to 80, 85 freshman year. You'd rather do it when the time matters.
Yeah, and a lot of young people, they don't realize that distance runners actually peak, 22 to 28 years old. So you don't want to take in high school and have nothing left or be injury prone.
There were a lot of athletes that were better than me. They were also doing a little bit more, and now I've like caught up to them in that way, and I've caught up to them time-wise. And just gotten stronger.
Now, I mean, you had a really great freshman year. However, Marcus decided to redshirt you. Was that a mutual decision, or what did you feel about that?
He wanted to make it seem like it was a mutual decision. I thought I was going to run outdoor. I knew I wasn't going to run indoor because I was doing worlds. And then seeing everyone run so fast indoor, I was like, fuck, I don't know if worlds is the best option. Like, it's cool that I made the US team and got all the gear, but I want to be fucking running quick. I want to be running on the track, I went to Worlds and I achieved, me and like the US team, we achieved a great accomplishment, again, third. When I landed back Philadelphia from Australia, Marcus picked me up from the airport, and it was like a super late night, but we drove back from the airport and we were talking for like an hour, and kind of like we came to that mutual decision of, you would be able to make the Penn Relay team, you could get a wheel, you could do all that, but would you rather do that or be able to get a little more harder training, just learn more about yourself and be able to save it for like more of like cross country type training? So I'll have 3 cycles cross country as compared to 2. I think the fastest 200 rep I ran was like a 31-second 200 before like I broke 4. So I wasn't doing anything like fast. And he was like, listen, we'll just get you stronger. And the goal will be to get All-American for cross country as a sophomore. And then make NCAAs indoor and outdoor your sophomore year, and then just keep progressing forward from there.
All right. So I got you on board with the idea.
He did get me on board, and he said I mean, my goal is to break 13 in college for the 5K and break 350. And I feel like having that like strength background is going to help me and benefit me later on. I had 3 races, and that was really it. The third one was my last race of the spring season. I ran like shit, but it was all right. I was coming back from sickness.
So speaking of, redshirting your first year, I've heard Marcus talk about helping kids develop wisdom, right? Yeah. You've got a lot coming at you your first year of college. What was that transition like to being a college student athlete?
For me, like, school's a break. Like, being able to go there, just be able to focus on education, not have to focus on having to go to work, having to having to balance work and training at home and like trying to do different things. I could just focus on training and academics, and it could be different for people. I think for me, it was just a very easy thing because I know what I wanted. Like I want to be on like the top. So yeah.
Have you picked a major?
It's either going to be communications or economics.
Now, are you living on campus with meal plan next year, or are you going to?
Yeah. So Marcus doesn't let us go off campus ever. He doesn't let like we're allowed off campus, but like he doesn't let us live off campus. I don't know if he doesn't trust us or like he thinks we'll go be all over the place or animals, which he's probably not wrong, but like we're allowed off campus, but like he doesn't let us live off campus. I don't know if he doesn't trust us or like he thinks we'll go be all over the place or animals, which he's probably not wrong, but like we have a nice apartment right next to everything, and Villanova does a really good job with the apartments, and there's like a whole kitchen in there and everything. So if we wanted to cook in there, we can. But the dining hall food is actually thoroughly enjoy the dining hall food. I kind of miss it at home.
All right, and then I guess you have almost everyone back next year. Is Dolan coming back?
Yeah, Dolan's coming back.
Murphy, you got Jennings, you got a bunch of Jersey guys.
We're really just focused on cross country next year and trying to. I think top 5 is a necessary goal. We got to NCAAs last year. We were predicted to be top 10. We just blew it. We got a little bit too excited and we got that high from winning Big East after not winning the year previously, and we're doing really well. I mean, I was 4th at regionals. I kind of like hammered it, and then Liam won it, and it was kind of like a high going into nationals. And we didn't really take into account how much that 1 week between is going to affect us. I wouldn't say we got complacent, but we didn't really see ourselves being national caliber runners. Like we said we were, but we didn't truly believe it. You get to a place you want to think you're the best there. If you want to be the best team, you got to be thinking you're the best. We didn't really think we were the best. We were happy to be there almost. Having that experience and knowing like, listen, we want to kick ass. We want to do great things. I feel like we could be one of the best teams in the NCAA and really just compete. You have to be on the day. You could leave it all on the line at Nuttycombe and not have anything for nationals, but you gotta save some bit, you know.
Yeah, it's a whole nother level of stepping into your greatness. And that's a phrase I use when I'm working with my mental performance clients, like really conceive, believe, achieve. Can you really believe yourself and step into your greatness? And you, like a lot of kids going into college, what was that like to finish so far back? I remember watching it online, and it was just like, it was almost like a road race. It was a sea of runners coming across the finish line. And I was like, oh, there's Marco.
I went into that race saying, all right, I'm going to try to get All-American. I should have went and said, you know, I should be top 100. I think I got excited a little too early, and I thought the race was going to slow down a bit. It didn't slow down at all. I had like one little fall, like a little trip. I sort of got like 80 runners fucking went past me. I was like, holy shit. And I think just being so underdeveloped, I was only running like 40 miles in the fall. Bet you half that field was 75 miles and up. Whoever's stronger is going to win. That's how it is. There's really no other way to put it.
Looking ahead, Villanova won the 4x1 at Penn Relays with Liam Murphy, this lightning kick at the end. Do you see yourself finding a spot on that team?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Like, there's no doubt in my head that I'll be on that team next year. Penn Relays is the epitome of Villanova. Like, that is what Villanova is about. Marcus would take a Penn Relay wheel over 3 cross-country titles any day of the week. No matter what happens, we have to come every single year and have the best team that there is. It's like a tradition for the programs. It's like just giving back. I mean, my dream's to anchor as many Penn Relays as I can. I just imagine myself like anchoring Penn Relays all the time. Yeah.
So let's drop into the present now. You broke from your summer job to come do this interview. What's your summer job?
I'm lifeguarding and I work at a running store.
Okay, do you work at Runners High?
Yeah. If anyone needs shoes, please stop by.
What's your record for most shoes sold in a day?
5-hour shift. I sold $3,500.
All right, and you get a lot of attention on, you know, people know about you because how strong a runner you are, how successful you've been your first year. There's a thread on Let's Run about this putting the finger up, and I know a lot of other athletes have done that. Where does that come from, and what does it mean?
I've been written off a lot. I wanted to be at the top. Like, I wanted to be at that top level, and I wanted to be competing for titles. I was inspired by Cole Hawker when he did it because it was cool. He beat, even though I fucking love Matthew Centrowitz. When Cole Hawker did it, I thought that was pretty badass, like beating the defending Olympic champion. The next year during cross country, I was ranked 5th in the state. I kind of felt like I was being written off right there. And I was like, I'm going to fucking win the state championship. Whenever I crossed that line, especially at Meet of Champs, when I did it, it meant a lot. And especially during indoor Meet of Champs, I was in a really bad car accident. I could have been dead. A lot of people were saying, oh, Marco's not going to be able to run the indoor Meet of Champs this year. Well, I'll fucking prove you wrong. Everybody, like everyone's coaches, everybody was saying, yeah, it's going to be an easy win for so-and-so. I'm just going to go out, do my thing and not care what you think. And at the end of the race, I did that. I'm just here to like compete.
You're hushing them up.
Yeah, you can't flip someone off. So it's kind of like the same shit.
So would you ever think about eventually having like a name, image, likeness contract?
At the end of the day, it's running. It's not like I'm not for it. I think it's like corny. It's like sellout.
Yeah.
Like Rob Deerdeck or something like that. Like with skateboarding.
All right. And then last question is, you were kind of disappointed with your last race of the season.
Yeah.
How did you recover from that mentally?
I knew I was sick. I knew I was getting sick the last week of the semester. I was, and then one day, like the last day I was at school, I felt I snapped. Like I was just instant fever, aches and chills down the body. I had to clean up my entire dorm and move out. And we went home. I was just like trying to get better as quick as I could. I got back to running. I was just coughing, fever. Still, like it wasn't really fully broken. They gave me the option to race or not race. I kind of made the wrong decision almost, and I should have just not raced. But it was my last race of the season, and I ran like 3:49 for the 15, and I was like in the lead the whole time, and then last stop I just couldn't close, and I'm like I took the next day off and then just ran the rest of the week so I could time my off season with people that are running at NCAAs or regionals. Midway through that, like last week, a little bit of just training, screwing around. I did a 10-mile run. There's this loop on River Road called Spook Hollow. I don't know if you know Bobby Papazian, but he was Bobby.
Yeah, he was coached by Ryan, who I coach. So
yeah.
My coaching grandson.
He ran like, I think it was like 5:45 average on the loop or 5:50 average on the 10-mile loop, something like that. I was texting Grody and I'm like, I'm going to break that record. And he's like, dude, there's no point. And then I just went out and just started out. I think my first mile was like 5:30 or something. And then I cut down to like my last 2 miles were in 9:56. I did the loop. It was like hilly too. And I think I averaged like 5:19 on the loop, which I never thought was even possible.
You're in shape.
Yeah. So I showed myself I was in shape. I took 2 weeks off and now I'm just back training, like, not going to get too emotional in the summer. Just check the boxes, do the training, have some fun, go out, surf, do whatever, and then be chill. Yeah.
All right. I love that. I love that plan.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for talking, Marco. It's always great to see you. And one of the things that I can see from watching your career in high school and talking with you last year and then talking with you now is you're a boy becoming a man. And I can see it in your face. Your face is changing.
Yeah.
You can also hear it. You're taking on some of the wisdom of your life and experiences, and I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
All right. Well, Take care, and we'll just check in with you next time.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right. Have a good summer.